And good evening. Welcome to Heart Medicine. Our class today, we're going live from Atlanta and just so happy to practice together with everybody. And our class is really about anchoring in metta and compassion and joy and equanimity. And so just really happy that we get a chance to dig deep tonight. Wow, so much happening in the collective. Every week it's like quantum, right? It's also Earth Day. So we want to celebrate Pachamama, send our metta out into the universe and especially to Mother Earth as I don't know about you, but I am taking refuge in the earth so much, walking and in the trees and on the ground. And I just can't seem to get enough of wanting to be outside and just harmonizing. So that's going to be a theme of our practice tonight is the body of the earth, the heart of the earth. And I know so many of us are going through so many different experiences. So just know every week, no matter rain or shine, if you feel stuck and stagnant, if your heart feels closed or open, we're here to practice with whatever the conditions are, internally, externally. We're here together. So we give thanks to Baba, Diva, everyone who is manager and alchemist of all things wonderful. And so as people come on and we will give our shouts out, everybody. Where are you calling in from tonight? I always love to do this because when we do our extended metta, at the end, I always evoke these different places. We're seeing where all the people are calling in from. So let's see what we got here. We got Debs from Vancouver Island. Oh, I'm sure it's beautiful in Vancouver Island right now. And we got Michigan, Connecticut, California. Welcome, Dr. Deborah. New Mexico, Berkeley, Colorado, Truckee. Hi, Carly. And then we have Laguna Beach. Yes, Texas, Arkansas. We always got our Arkansas going there. I love that. And Arizona and Sacramento. And so I love that. Welcome everybody who is new to our class. Every Tuesday night we go live. And as I mentioned, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And so we are going to be working with the heart and evoking this medicine of the metta practice. So I want to say a couple of things about metta and just give a little bit of a brief overview of the instruction again. And just reminding ourselves that metta is an embodied practice, okay? It's a practice that over time, it can feel mental because we're doing these visualizations, and metta is a concentration practice, everybody. We visualize ourselves at any time and place, and then we say the metta phrases over and over. So it's like we hold a kind of anchor, and the mind will wander all the time, lost in the past, lost in the future. What's going on in the world? All the moments of, getting distracted by the stories of the mind. So we just keep coming back, right? I want you to really anchor with your heart energy, right? We keep one place of awareness as we're doing the practice in the body, right? So we're feeling the heart and then we're doing the practice over and over and over again, okay? You visualize yourself. You say the 4 phrases. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong. And may I live with ease and joy and well-being, okay? That's what we say over and over. And it can help also want to encourage folks to consider practicing at times placing your hand on your heart. This is how we feel in. Remember, the body is alive. The heart is alive. Everything is in movement, and the energy of the body and this sense of the energy when we're doing metta, the body loves it. It can't get enough of it. So notice the vibration when you send it out to your body as you soften, right? And you feel into your body, you'll feel the deep sense of a relaxation. Okay, remembering that metta is an antidote to fear. Fear is the frequency of this whole planet right now. Everybody's terrified. And so we work with that by coming back to the heart, resting in the heart, resting in the present moment. Sending love to yourself is a radical act in a way that we build resiliency, right? We actually become resilient by resting in love. I don't know what else could do it. It's so funny, Bob and I, as we're working on all these multiple projects, every day we're like, we work for the Lord. Let us remember that. Work for the love of the Lord. And, we're joking in a way, but we're also very serious. We're like, we work for love. We work for love, for this loving energy, and may everything be in the service of that. And that helps ground us when we feel stagnant or stuck or outer conditions are not moving the way we want them to move. And we're like, come back, remembering the path is the heart, and trust the rhythm of where the heart is taking you and the timing. I'm going to be talking a lot about divine patience tonight as the great awakened energy. We don't like patience, but we need to practice divine patience, holy patience. So we'll be talking about that from the highest sutra perspective. Okay, everybody, so let us get ready to do the practice together. Okay, so find yourself in a comfortable place. It can help to have your back upright, okay, so that the heart is somewhat elevated a little bit, reminding yourself that lying down is good if you have injuries, but lying down can also be that slippery slope into unconsciousness, also we call sleep. I don't know about you, everyone's exhausted, so it's a dangerous one, right? So we try to sit up and just work with the energies of tiredness and also restlessness that arise in practice. You might vacillate between these two energies, right? Bored and restless, tired. Just keep coming back to the vision of yourself, the phrases. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. And may I live with ease and joy and well-being. We just see ourselves and we just keep like a waterfall, right? You get lost, come back. You get lost, come back. It's no worries. Just pick up wherever you leave off, okay? Not at all a distraction. Just come back, okay? So we're going to start. So we'll do a body scan to prepare ourselves to sit. And so I invite you to just begin with closing your eyes. And take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And as you do that, begin to feel your body soften from the crown of your head, almost like you're embodying your spirit is arriving back into your body. And so relaxing the head and the neck. And so you might want to move your head around a little, and we're inviting in this softness. And soften your face and your jaw. And we want to just, as we're sweeping our awareness through the body, Notice that as you become present through the breath, the body naturally begins to relax. So bring your awareness to your shoulders and see if you can just begin to relax your shoulders by softening through the inhale and the exhale. And just feeling the breath, feeling your body. Feel your arms now in your hands. And as you're feeling your body, as we do this body scan, you may even breathe in peace on the inhalation and peace on the exhalation. And feel how your hands are placed. And just allow everything to just soften as you become aware. And now feel the energy in the chest, right in the center of the heart. Imagine your heart is taking an inhale, breathing in peace through the heart center, and then an exhale. And just soften. And see if you can let go of anything that feels tight or like it's holding, clenching, or squeezing. As you bring your awareness now into your belly and really take some deep belly breaths underneath the belly button, deep in the belly. See if you can breathe in peace on the inhale and then peace on the exhale, and let the whole belly soften, expand, and release any tightness. This part of the body is deeply connected to the nervous system. So as you breathe in peace, just say the word on the inhale and the word on the exhale. You sort of massage your nervous system. You relax your whole system. So take some deep belly breaths. And let everything soften and release on the exhale. We're arriving in the body, preparing the mind and the body for practice. And now feel your sitting bones making contact with your seat, your cushion, or the chair, or wherever it is that you're sitting. Feel your sitting bones. Now feeling your legs, upper legs, hips, and then sweeping your awareness through down through your knees and feeling your knees now. As you sweep your awareness through, moving down to the calves and the ankles. And now become aware of your feet. See if you can feel the bottoms of your feet. It could be tingling or vibration or pressure, coolness. And then see if you can feel the tops of your feet. And from the top of your head, the crown, all the way down to your feet, we sweep the awareness through one energetic system. And then coming back to the heart center as we begin to do the visualization and begin the practice. We want to continually feel the softening of the heart as we imagine ourselves in this moment. Or if there's an image of yourself, a photo that comes to mind that you love, or even as your child self at any age, just begin to hold this visualization, and not seeing yourself through the eyes of criticism or critical thinking, but through the eyes of the great mother. Seeing yourself through the eyes of Kuan Yin. And as you hold this image of yourself, let us begin with the phrases of, may I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. May I live with ease and joy and well-being. And as you see yourself and you offer the phrases, reminding yourself that each phrase is a seed that we are planting. So take your time, hold the image. You could also use the phrase, may you be happy and peaceful as you hold the image of yourself. You can say your name over and over with each phrase, or place your hand on your heart. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. And may I live with ease and joy and well-being. And allow your body to keep softening. If you notice tension, see if you can become aware of softening in the heart. And so on your own now for some time, offering each phrase with great care as best you can. And seeing yourself through the eyes of the Great Mother, with kindness, friendliness. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. May I live with ease and joy and well-being. And taking your time, And if the mind wanders, just come back to the image of yourself and the phrases. You could also say, may my heart be happy and peaceful. May my heart be safe and protected. May my heart be healthy and strong. May my heart live with ease and joy and well-being. And keep softening in the body. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in my body. May I live with ease and joy and well-being. You can put your hand on your heart if it's easier to feel the metta being directed toward yourself. This is our practice, inclining the mind towards self-love, friendliness, and care. And may I be happy and peaceful. Try to see yourself, your face, through the eyes of the Great Mother. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. May I live with ease and joy and well-being. Keep softening in the belly, softening in the chest. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. May I live with ease and joy and well-being. May I be happy, peaceful. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong in this body. May I live with ease and joy and well-being. May my heart be happy and peaceful. May my heart be safe and protected. May my heart be healthy and strong in this body. May my heart live with ease and joy and well-being. As we start to move toward the end of our practice, as you take a breath in and out of the heart center, I want you to imagine that your heart is emanating light, exactly like the sun, golden light shining out, bright. Let us bring in all of our family and friends and loved ones and co-workers and children and grandparents and neighbors, those we love near and far away. And we hold them in this light. As you see them, we offer this metta. May you all of my family and friends be happy. May my communities be peaceful. May you all be safe and protected. May you all live with ease and joy and well-being. And as you shine this light like the sun straight out of your heart, imagine that it's moving from wherever you are, the city. It is expanding out, include all the people in your state, all the beings in this country, all the beings in all the other countries, Canada and South America and Europe and the North Pole, the South Pole, and all of the continents. And we just sending this golden metta fill the light out to all beings everywhere. May you all be happy and peaceful. And as we shine this light, imagine all the Panchamama, all the forest and the rivers. Imagine as you're breathing through the heart, may Mother Earth be safe. May Mother Earth be protected. I always imagine this light in my arms wrapped around this beautiful blue ball in space, our home, and filling it with love, surrounding it with light, metta, compassion. May this earth and all the beings that live on this mother live with ease and joy. May they all be healthy and strong. May all of creation live with ease and joy. All the universes, the sun, the moon, the stars, the angels, the celestial beings, guides and protectors, live with ease and joy and well-being. And take that big breath through the center of the heart, the metta, as we merge our hearts with all the great hearts, the heart of the universe, the heart of all the ascended beings, the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, all the awakened ones who walk this path of compassion. As we breathe in with a single breath of united love and care. Then we breathe out metta for all beings in every state of consciousness. And as we close our practice, we bring our hands to prayer position at the heart center. Or you can put your hand on your heart. And we dedicate this practice to the liberation of all beings as we evoke the great heart of humanity. We are the ecosystem. We are the ones. We give thanks to the practice. Om Mani Padme Hum. We give thanks for each other. We give thanks for Mother Earth for holding us so lovingly, so powerfully as we send our light out. Thank you all for that practice. I was feeling it so much. That was a good one. Thank you all. And I hope that you're feeling it in your bodies more and more to continually, our bodies have to soften, where our bodies are the bodies of the earth. We are the elements. So as we're softening, we are softening the whole system. We are the ecosystem. We are one another. So we're helping each other. So thank you for such a beautiful practice. And if you need to move your body around for a moment here, just stretch, move your body left and right, and really just, trying to connect always to the body with metta and compassion, breathing it in, taking it in, visualizing it. Such an important time, as I mentioned, so much of the energy on the earth is this contractedness of fear and paranoia and uncertainty and projections and and so again, like, that energy gets so tiresome. Oh my God, it's so noisy, it's just amplified. It's like, oh, the world is ending, it's crashing. Right? It's like, and yet we can sit here and be filled with metta, and that's a reality too. So thank you all. And I want to thank our beautiful Baba for managing our class. And I want to say a couple of things about working with patience. And I was really contemplating the energy of holy divine patience, because there's so many things that I know, if you're like me, I'm someone who always has this huge vision and I want this to happen and save the world and then create temples across, the world and heal the people and heal all the lineage and plant 1 billion trees. And then that's all, like, in year 2026, I have this. And so there can be this sense of leaning into the next moment, or wanting to escape this moment, or when do we, we're so much in one era, but we're like, what about the rebirth? It feels like right now we're in this, like, kind of we're in the womb of the mother, right? It's like we're in the birth canal. And if you've talked to someone who's pregnant, as I've had many friends, they're like, the last month is so hard. They're like, oh my God. Every day feels like eternity as they're ready for this next cycle to begin. And I use this analogy because it's so primal. Many of us carry visions of the world that we want to see, and we feel anxious, or we feel that, our lives get so stagnant at times, right? And no matter what we do, we can feel like, and we feel this in society right now, there's a kind of going backwards, as we're going over old things over and over, and there's like the same thing is happening every day, and we keep like, oh man, is this what, this kind of stagnant, suppressed energy? And at the same time, there's this expansion. And so we have to be very patient right now. And patience is one of the great spiritual superpowers of the bodhisattva. And again, that word, what does that mean? Word bodhisattva. The bodhisattvas are those that take birth, and we use our lives to be of benefit to other, right? We cultivate that quality I talk about all the time, bodhicitta. Bodhicitta means the enlightened mind. And it's what we decide that we're not only going to help humanity, but in order to do that, we first have to awaken our own heart and mind, right? To be of service to this world, we've got to do it from rooted in wisdom and compassion, right? That in order to lead beings on the right path, in order to be like, I always have this picture of Harriet Tubman behind me, right? Harriet Tubman didn't take people on a journey that she couldn't get them through, right? She knew the way, right? And so that is, so until we've perfected that in a way, right? We take up the practice of liberation. We take it up and we say, I'm going to practice in order that one day I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'll be ready to do my part. I'll be ready to go out in the world, and I'll be of a benefit to others, right? With the words, with my body, with my speech, with my mind, with my activity, right? I'll be about the business of liberation. I'll be about the business of love and compassion. And so whenever we're in a training ground, training is hard. It's like the road of purification, the road of obstacles, right? It reminds me also, we can look at it from the perspective of the hero's journey, right? If you read Joseph Campbell, the great mythologist's work, the myth of the road of trials is a place that is where we learn, where we grow. It's where we're in the arena. I love Brene Brown, that teacher. She always talks about, in the rumble, we're rumbling with our shadow selves. We're rumbling with our anger. We're rumbling with our impatience. We're rumbling with our depression. We're rumbling with our fear, right? And rumbling with this idea of who am I, right? Who am I? What did I come to do? We rumble ultimately with that. Why am I here? And what is my task here? That's a very important place of investigation right now. Until we get clear on that, we have to be patient, right? Because a lot of that is us discovering what it is, learning about ourselves, going on different paths, different experiences, and all of them reveal more about who we are to ourselves. And this requires not only a little patience on the hero's journey. So as the hero's journey is like the call to awaken, right? You get that call, something needs to change. Then we decide to go out onto the journey. We go into the unknown, and then we have to fight the dragon, and that fight the demon. That's like, Jesus and 40 years or 40 days in the desert, but more like 40 years of work. That's where we hone ourselves. And this takes a lot of patience. And so as I'm reading all these texts about the Bodhisattva path, one of the perfections, we perfect these qualities of wisdom. We perfect the qualities of concentration. We perfect patience. We perfect generosity, right? These are all the qualities of mind that we need, to the ingredients that lead to enlightenment, right? And one of them is this idea and this concept of being very patient and understanding that we're not on the short journey here, everybody. This isn't the path of like one day and we're home, right? This is the journey of many miles energetically, and we have the patience to keep coming back over and over. We stay reliant on just the practice of walking forward. Sometimes when we're doing metta, we can get really impatient. That might come up for you. I don't feel anything. I'm bored. I'm restless, right? And in that moment, what we do is we evoke patience and we say, okay, this is how it is right now. Let me continue with the practice, right? Patience gives us that longevity. It kind of reminds me of Dr. King a lot. Dr. King was like, let us have patience. But patience, let's not get that mixed up with rolling over and surrendering and not moving. Patience is like we are moving with that same energy. We are walking forward, but we just have this internal sense that whatever happens, I use this for my greatest good. And even delays, even obstacles, even trials that come up, everything can seem like it's all coming together and then the bottom falls out again. And we're like, this is possible. I feel like that a lot with my project in Georgia. Like we get to a certain stage and then we go back again. But here's what I'm learning about that. What appears as a setback, that's only on the 3D level. On the 5D level, on the spiritual level, there's tremendous growth every time. Every time I go back and then I slowly move forward, guess what? I arrive at the same spot, but I'm totally different. Like, oh, there's been so much insight. And so you cannot measure anything right now by using the 3D realm as a measure of success. You cannot measure yourself on that standard of that old system, right? Because nothing is like this. Nothing is an escalator to the top. That's not how the spiritual path works. That's not how any goal works. That's just not how it goes, right? It goes in these cycles and spirals. And a lot of times when all looks like, oh my God, how is there's no way now, the gates have closed. It's that time we sit back and we call on holy patience. May I be patient to endure this. May I be patient when I don't see how this situation is going to come together, right? We call on patience when we want to give up on ourselves, when we want to give up on other beings. Right now, it's very easy to say, I'm going to give up on all these human beings that are creating all this destruction in the world, right? We just cut ourselves off, right? All this madness, all this greed, and it's like, can we have patience with that process as people are suddenly coming to grips with reality and their belief systems? There's a slow dawning of awareness right now in people, right? And we have to have patience as people begin to understand that there's a game going on here, right? And as people start to recognize that things aren't the way they thought it was going to be, there's a sadness and a despair in people. And so it's really important that we have patience even with that. Allow people to put down their delusions and we don't hold it against them, right? We allow humanity to awaken. We allow that process to happen, although we're moving forward, right? Because there could be this thing like, get it already. I want to get it. You get it. Let's do, and it's like, there's a process with that. There's a journey of everything being in its own divine timing. Also, one of the aspects of holy patience too is that, guess what, everybody? We start trusting in a higher wisdom than our own. That there's a macro level here that we don't see all the time, right? There's causes and conditions and forces moving things in ways that when we only see through our vision, right? We only can see like kind of our own life, that we're not seeing this great, like broad macro level, like through time and space and causes and many conditions and how things can change like that. Sometimes we get very impatient because we're only seeing things through a very limited view, right? We're seeing things just through our own perspective. And I love that I can rest in the universe and I can say, I'm not in charge of this. What I'm in charge of is my own practice of being in the moment. What I'm in charge of is my own walk, my own journey here, my own liberation that I know one day is going to be of benefit to others, right? We work with that. We have patience, even when we see that our actions seem to not have any good result that comes out of it. We still have patience even then, right? And so we can rely on a higher power. Patience is also deeply imbued with trust and faith, right? We have faith that the good will overcome. We have faith that we learn that we have faith in ourselves that we can meet the moment. We have patience with ourselves when we get lost in confusion. We have patience with ourselves when we have a hard day and we want to give up on Metta. Like, there's days where we're like, forget this practice. Spring doesn't know what she's talking about, and neither does any of these other enlightened beings, right? We give up, right? Maybe we think, I'll join this other path, right? I don't want to open. I don't want to be feeling all of these emotions all the time, right? But we have patience even with that. We have patience with our journey, our confusion, and our hearts. And I think this is what I'm learning about myself right now. Patience in my own healing, my body. My body is teaching me so much. I feel like I have 2 steps forward and then a step back, right? I'm like, this accident that I had. I know I talked about this DHL bus accident. But it's like the never ending story of, oh my God, I heal this and then this goes out. And then it's almost like I'm just juggling. And there's this laughability that like somehow I can control what is out of my control. And that's what we have to keep surrendering to. Patience requires a surrender. I will endure as long as the earth exists, right? As long as I'm here, I will be present for whatever arises, be it pleasant, be it unpleasant. And we have faith that every experience is teaching us a new way. I believe the universe is user friendly. I believe the universe is a loving place and that everything is giving us a lesson. In my book, A Fierce Heart, one of my favorite chapters in that book was the School of Life. And that chapter, I could have been writing it for this exact moment in time, right? Because everything is school, everything is learning. And if you have patience, you're willing to pay attention, to keep growing, to keep learning, to keep evolving, and to be patient with our fellow human beings. That for a lot of people, this is a period of growth and learning, and it can feel slow and dangerous, and that people are destroying things they have no idea about. It's like children, with fireworks in their hands. Like it's scary. It's like, but we even trust that the universe even has that there is a higher wisdom orchestrating. And so I offer this to you all tonight as a way of practicing this perfection, right? What do you in your own life need to be patient with? What is arising in your path right now that you can practice on? A lot of my greatest teachers used to say, oh, right, as a bodhisattva, we use difficulties to practice patience. They actually used to go out and seek out difficult situations so they can watch their mind and be patient. I mean, that's quite a, like, if you're there, you're really good. But what I mean is, where could you apply this in your life and actually grow? Like, how can we grow this quality instead of being filled with so much reactivity? We actually use that antidote of patience to meet the moment. I can be patient with this, right? There's something about that mind that gives a kind of strength and resiliency, right? I can wait this out. I can be here. That's what's so important about this moment, everybody, is that we are here in our bodies. That is radical. If you are in your body and you are present and you are in your heart, you're doing a fantastic job right now, right? Because this is not easy. You are being an embodied human being responding with compassion. Hallelujah. That is a lot for the collective, because that's what we're asking more and more people to learn how to do. This is very, very important on that regard. So I want to take a couple of moments and see if anyone has a question or anything that you would like to share, or anything that comes up around this topic of holy patience, how that gives rise to faith, how this also gives us the ability to stay on our path. We don't give up on the path right now, everybody. It's critical that we stay practicing, that we stay one foot in front of the other. There's a kind of focus that our minds need right now, because the insanity around the collective is so, it's seductive, right? There's a kind of, it seduces us into the panic, or it creates a disassociation, right? We just want to check out into never land. But it's important that we're here, but we're practicing, and so this does call on a certain amount. So, any questions, or anybody have a comment about that? I see Jeannie is, my regular meta practice includes patience, tolerance, and radical acceptance of all that is. Yes, yes. And even being patient, everybody, if we speak out or we say something to others and we're attacked by them. We even have patience when we're attacked by people. Like, that's also something. We have patience when we're being hated, or people are coming at us, or our reputation is being tarnished, or we're being blamed for something, or we're being, we stand up for ourselves. But we do need patience with that, right? To wait it out, to wait out the storm. Any one of us at any moment, it can, there could be a firestorm, as we say, against us, or as we stand up for ourselves, or we declare our values, what we stand for. This is a time where many of us are going to have to start standing up, and we're going to need patience with that blowback, right, from the old regime that's dying out, right? Many of us collectively are going to have to rise up together and have patience as we walk together into kind of walk forward, walk humanity forward. And so this requires us to be still, to be practicing, to keep coming back. Okay, does anyone have anything they'd like to say? I know, Baba, you were going to share with us a teachings when you're ready, or you wanted to share something, but I just wanted to give anyone just a moment to ask a question about this, or to share. Oh, thank you from South Australia, Adelaide. Hi, Baba.
Hello, namaste, everyone. So yes, yeah, I love this, because we work so close together on these different programs and launches. And one of the things that, me being a ritual human, I really do enjoy connecting with the sacred Ganesha. Ganesha for me is such a sacred dance. This specific Hindu deity is all about removing obstacles. And when I was early in my practice working with this particular form of divine, years ago, I will focus on removing obstacles so that I won't have to wait for things, so I can get accelerate towards whatever it is. And one of the great teachings as I got familiar with this particular practice of removal of obstacles. Sometimes also Ganesha will move obstacles into my path to slow me down. Because some of it is not necessarily connected to getting what you need sooner. It's all about timing. So one of the things I've learned how to pray, especially when it comes to patience, is just the ability to understand sometimes that the sacred is also putting things along my path or certain energies or expressions to slow me down because it's all about timing and progression. So one of the things that you and I talked about, which I do truly believe, is there's also this internal work of acceleration, right? Because right now there's so many different things that, I want to see in this 3D manifestation. And I try to remember there's also something also on the inside that's also transforming that may be light years ahead of what I'm seeing in this 3D reality. So that's what gives me some point of peace in this whole process of everything feels like it's so slow right now, is that not everything really is slow. It's just my mind believes sometimes that what I'm seeing is what's actually happening, but there's so much more. So there you go. That's what I have.
Yeah, thank you. I love that. Yeah, Ganesha. And also it's also so beautiful to think too, Baba, as you and I have been always talking about this lately, that there's this sense of the slowness and the speed at the same time because spiritually we're all moving fast. But there's this like frozenness in the material realm where it just seems like the 3D fixed form realm is just kind of in a state like, but yet there's something building momentum. And we want to see that affect the 3D realm. We're like this internal like dance, like we're like cooking on stuff. We're moving energy. We're letting go. We're awakening things where our hearts are opening and we feel like with that we want to create. And yet it's like we're walking into like static, frozen. So you might be feeling both of this intense feeling of the need to create, and then this walking out and feeling like you're hitting a brick wall of stagnation. And this is a strange place to have both feelings simultaneously. And that anxiousness that's like, I gotta get it going again, and trusting that the inner work is far more superior than the outer. Your heart opening work, take your time with that. That's what I'm starting to come back to is like something about my body. If my body was 100%, I would be Speedy Gonzalez. Remember that old cartoon of that mouse who used to go underlay, underlay, and he used to run all over. You couldn't talk to him. You couldn't catch him. He'd run right over you. It would just be that, underlay. He was running, right? And so that has an energy, but right now we are slowing down in order to speed up. Like it's almost like everything has to get to this like snail's crawl pace, like turtles, right? The turtle in the hair. I mean, that was such a classic one, right? It's like at the end of the day, the turtle wins the race. That's what's funny about it. The turtle wins. But at this moment where it's in the middle, it's like, how this turtle is getting there? He's way behind. And so I think like all me too is I'm having to reestablish connection to holy patience. Like there is something that has everything on pause. Some of you may not be experiencing this, maybe not, but for me and what's happening in the collective, but there is this place that let us take the time to build the internal house of the heart up, to do the work of the heart. So when things do pick up, they always say you got to stay ready, right? You're getting ready now. That's not just about the body, everyone. We're getting ready so we can be ready and stay ready for whatever the next cycle is. Like, we're ready. Our hearts are ready to create, to manifest, to play, to dance. Like, we're doing that work right now. And we have to do it even when we don't see the immediate results in the external. We feel them in the internal. And that's the only gauge that matters right now. It's hard. Like right now, the 3D, it's like there's so much destruction. It's like out there in the things are just in a strange energy. And there's a lot of collapsed energy, right? So everything's frozen. I think that's what we're feeling. There's it's a clenched energy out there, right? Holding versus this, and that's just going to get amplified as the insanity gets louder and louder and louder. But, there'll be a moment where it'll reach a crescendo and it's like a sound barrier. And we go beyond that sound barrier. And then I think that's, Bava, when all the matter is freed up again. And then we can kind of grab that piece but the thing is that matter, that energy is only going to be of the highest. It's not operating on the old program internally in us anymore. Hope you guys get that. As the heart evolves, that is the 5D. So the energy becomes of that. We actually have to set our own system to understand how to play in the new material form energetic realm, how to manifest through that. There's new rules happening, everybody. It's not the same old game in town now. And so this patience is required as we learn the new operating system. And that's the operating system of the heart. And so it's exciting and slow and boring and it can feel on the outside, oh, I'm just stuck. I'm just stuckness. If you feel stuck, guess what? Just lie on the floor and just die of the stuckness. Let the stagnation just kill you. Lie and go, oh, stagnation, feel it. Because the more you bring your presence to it, guess what? It starts to lift. Embrace the stuck. Just feel it in all of its power. And when you turn towards something, you deconstruct it, right? You embrace it and you call on holy patience. May I meet this? Man, this one's a hard one. This is a tangled knot. All right, let me meet this with that patience, trusting that all is aligning all the time for the greater good. This is my own practice right now, everybody. Patience with my body that has all these injuries, patience with the love and the compassion that I want to bring in the world now at this very moment for all beings. It's like, and then on the other part, it's like, oh yeah, the universe is in control. So you can settle back, trust, and also move forward. Practice. This is the time of practice. This is the Jedi's time in the cave. This is our arena moment. We're on the mountain. We're in the battleground. And what are you battling here and here? Who's going to win, the head or the heart, right? And we're anchoring in the heart because the head is just part of the 3D, the old system, the mind games and the fear frequency. We're taking it down for the unity consciousness, the consciousness of the heart. The heart has its own wisdom. And we have to align with it. It does not align with the mind. We align with it. It emanates that pure frequency. And so we're learning how to align, surrender gracefully. Let us have grace, community. Hallelujah to that. Graceful surrender. It's not always pretty, but we can be graceful in our stagnant mind. I love it. Amen, Debs. Amen. Okay, so I got a couple of quick announcements I want to make, everybody, just to tell you about a couple of things. So I have a retreat coming up in California where we have meta and plant medicine. Okay. Good news. I got some scholarship money. This retreat's coming up fast though, but we have some scholarship money. It's not a ton. It could pay for about 20% of someone's retreat or enough to get them there. And we wanted to offer it. We have some open spaces on that retreat, and it's going to be so beautiful. And I hate that finances always gets in the way of so many people who want to come but are scared to come, but we do have some scholarship money to help with transportation and to support that. So if you're interested in joining, Baba will be there as our manager and teaching this epic yoga, one of a whole team of musicians, and we'll be working with the plant medicine. We'll work 3 ceremonies, and we're focusing on the heart. This is going to be like heart medicine extravaganza. So I just want to say that. So we just found out about that today. We'll be sending out some emails about that. So if you're interested in that, that's coming up very, very soon. All right. Also, I have another retreat with chanting and bhakti and Buddhism. That's in June at Big Bear. That retreat's also online and in person, where we're going to be doing metta and heart practices. And then at night, we're going to be doing all this chanting with Nina, unfolding the great heart. Again, another beautiful retreat. And I also have another retreat coming up for BIPOC communities in July and August. So I would love to see you all in person at some moment. Online is great, but there's nothing like playing together and just seeing your beautiful faces. So if those things resonate, reach out and let us know. And I just really wanted to just mention those things because the fact of us getting together and gathering, it's so healing. We need to be in community together, our bodies, our hearts. It is so powerful. The groups that I just have over at my house for dinner is like, oh my God, it's so good. Just coming together in joy, practice, prayer, ritual. I just can't say enough about it. So just want to mention that. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out. Baba is running all the programs on the email. So any questions about anything, and also have other stuff coming up this summer and in North Carolina and other things that I'll be doing locally. But it's now time for me to go out and be with the people, with the meta. So, and of course, we'll be continuing every Tuesday, wherever we are at. We will be going live with you every Tuesday, no matter what. So we love you all, and thank you all for coming. And remember, holy patience. When you start to lose your mind, come back to that mantra. Or when you start to fly into that anger and irritate, you start to get triggered, go, oh, holy patience, that's right. I can practice this with this person right now who's driving me crazy. Or, we just come back to that as our mantra, right? And we dig deeper. We wait it out. We wait it out. We wait out that storm of anger, irritation, triggers and stuff. And growing up is painful, and there's people are going through their growing pains. So we just have to have the patience of the great mother and the great father, watching the children, watching our own child self. So anyway, but I give thanks to all of you. And if you want to support our heart class, I would love that. Everything goes back to our community. And thank you all the people on YouTube. And yes, let's take off our mute and say bye to everyone that's still here. Hi, everybody.
Bye now. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.